All right, guys, we are live today. So today's live, we're gonna be looking for setups ourselves. Okay, we're gonna be looking for setups today. So this is good. This is good chat. Okay, so this is good chat, and I'm looking at a clean buy setup actually. So already we have this resistance here, which good might come back and play and still push down here. Okay, this is 1 hour time frame. So I have this support here already, which good has already tested with these two candlesticks, and it's looking to push back up. So still my targets for gold, since we've gotten a double bottom here. Let's now calculate our targets for gold. Okay. Good. So our targets for gold. Let's go to range. Price range. So now from here, which good respected this body. Okay. From here down back to here. That's that's 43 pips, right? Yeah, that's 43 pips. Okay. So we are looking to also achieve 43 pips to the upside. So from here to here. So I literally think gold is gonna buy to up to 43 pips. Okay. So let's put the same thing here. Ah, 43 pips. Okay. Come on. Good. So this is where I'm expecting gold to reach within the span of maybe today or this week or tomorrow or next. But gold should make this move, and was that 32.88. So at least at minimum 32.85 at minimum. If I'm measuring from here where this body ended, at least 32.85 minimum. So that's where I'm expecting gold to reach. But for now, we have 1 hour candlestick just playing around, and it's a clean slate. If I get this candle closing in a bullish mode, then I'll make an entry, and I'll target a buy to here, and then maybe break. Let's use path. Okay, then I'll target something like this, coming here, breaking the zone, and then retesting, and then we get a move. So we get a move to this range that I drew. Okay, so that's what I'm thinking for gold. That's what's gonna happen. But if I don't get this candle here, I'm seeing we just have 7 minutes for this candle to close. Less than 7 minutes though. I'm seeing 6 minutes 30 seconds for this candle to decide what it's gonna do. So if it doesn't close on a bullish, then my next buy zone will be here. Okay, this will be my monitor buy zone. That I type in Monitor buy zone. This is it. Okay, this is my monitor buy zone here. So we have something like this. I'm using 30 minutes time frame actually, so there's nothing to worry about. So this is my monitor buy zone. This zone here, or if we get a bullish here, bullish candle, then that means buyers are trying to be to push the market upward. So I gotta monitor the zone. This is 1 hour time frame actually. So this is what we are monitoring right now. Monitor buy zone and this zone to push up. So if we don't get this, then literally think this is our next zone to take buy. But for now, we are still here. So I'm gonna take a buy there. Immediately I see it closing bullish actually, just after 4 minutes. So let's just wait for 4 minutes and see. Can I ask any question you want to ask if it's in the contest? Scope. But I think people are just joining to watch. You can just type in your question and ask any question you want to ask, and let's vibe together. Usually, this I don't know what's happening. Today is what? Today is Tuesday. Throughout last week, I think I was just missing setups entry. When I do my tunes and entry points, it just miss and it doesn't get there and head to the target. You can see already this was a miss setup. Two miss setup. See how we could have catch all these bullish move. Missed here 300 pips. That was 800 pips actually. It missed here the same thing, and then this we got it but break even. So two miss setups, and then this one too. Got the setup. The bias was right. The setup was right. The direction was right. But what have we? The break even spoiled the show, and it hits full TP. Okay, so this is what I'm looking at now. Like I said, it's just patience, and as I've seen, it's closing at the bearish Murad, so which means it's a no-go area for buy. So markets will probably commit good futures rally likely still intact. Okay, that's news for you. So probably this market is gonna push down to this my buy zone, and then we ride the market down there. So let's just see. Okay, we have 2 minutes, less than 1 minute to decide this candlestick here. All right, that's 34 seconds. So gold closed on a literally closed on a bullish moment on 1 hour time frame, but on 30 minutes time frame, I'm seeing another thing. 30 minutes and 15 minutes time frame, I'm seeing another thing, which will prevent me from taking that buy. Okay, so we're gonna wait for this zone actually. That's the best thing to do. Even if this zone works, as I'm saying, it's just a risk to take a buy here actually. Okay, because yeah, I'm seeing that okay, this candlestick closing bullish move, but it's a risk to take a buy here. I'd rather prefer wait for it down here than to take here, just to reduce the risks. Okay, so there's no need to rush into the markets. Let's wait for the burger to come to us. It's fine. I wasn't actually active throughout this week because it was just traveling up and down. So that was why I think the last time I did live was 11 days ago. I think 2 weeks ago. That was 3rd May or so. And today is 3rd April, and today is 15th. So that's like 12 days, almost 2 weeks ago that I did live. So that's long. That's very long, actually. So that's why. Now, I'm literally on my table. We're looking at the chart, and at the moment, if I don't see long setups, swing setups that we can use to swing for a very long time and get 100, 200, 300 pips, I will definitely, just for the community, I'll just switch a little bit to scalping, just because my eyes are on the chart, so I'll be seeing what's happening and how the market is moving. And then we can switch. I might switch to scalping and just give like setups that can give us 50 pips, 50 to 100 pips actually. That's scalping. So already this buy here, although it's risky, but if your account size is bigger, okay, if your account size is bigger that can accommodate any drawdown to this level, this is actually 32.25, and if you get a drawdown to 32.12, that's 130 pips drawdown. So I don't think if you want to take that risk, your account can get a drawdown of 130 pips and take a buy in this good zone. So if you want to risk it, this is actually looking sharp as if it's want to buy, but this candlestick closed a little bit below this demand zone here. Okay, close below the demand zone. It didn't get more push up, unlike this one that we had a big candlestick here. So it's not like a strong support here, so it might break and come back down to this buy zone. But it's still a good buy zone, but very risky. So 32.24 risky buy zone. So it's better I wait for this. Even if I wanna take a trade here, I'll just take it with the least lot size of my accounts, of which I did. I took it with the least 0. My account size is bigger, so I took it with 0.05, so I can accommodate a drawdown. Okay, even if it draws the whole down to this zone. Okay, so I can accommodate that. So that's the joy, just to manage risks. There's no need to rush into the market and wait for the right moment to come to you. Okay. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe. Okay, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, because we're actually growing. This is where I'm thinking. Yeah, I did say this is my bus stop for good. Let's put a trend line there. Let's put a horizontal line. Okay, so this is my bus stop for good. Next stop. Okay, let's see good next stop. Stop, next reach. Okay, stop is better. So that's what I'm saying. Because why I'm not considering this buy here is because this candle it's just like a doji. Like, I think the sellers were more active than the buyers in this candlestick, and then we still have a supply zone here. So this candle did not even try to push up and close above this supply zone, nothing. So it was just trying to dance up and down and what have you. Okay, so this is a supply zone which could actually or might work and push the market down to this buy zone. So I will prefer this buy zone than this zone, because this zone buying here is much risky than taking a buy here. That's my reason. Although it might work out and still buy and then break above this supply zone and then react and push up. Okay, so you're just gonna be watching the market. This is it here. This is it. Nobody dropping likes, nobody dropping comments, nothing. Well, it's okay. We're still pushing. We're still pushing. Invite to review. He's inviting me to review. Okay. Thanks for the like. I wonder who is dropping those red hearts for me. Thanks for that. Those 5 viewers or 5 watching, thank you for being here. You want to drop your comments, you want to share, you want to like, you can try to do that. I really appreciate. So we're just getting started. It's just like 20 minutes in this live, so we're getting started. So if you were here before, you understand what I've been explaining. Okay, so that's what I've explained though. So we are waiting for it to see. Okay, so as you can see, I know some traders. I'm not trying to be biased or anything. I think I know some traders will take buy here because they saw these candlestick closing in bullish, and then they might want to take buy. But for me, I'm not gonna consider here because I think the candlestick closing to have, which is like a doji, and if you can see the body of the candle is actually bullish, but this wick up here is actually bigger than the wick down here, which means sellers were more active on this candlestick than buyers. So which means, and then again we have a demand zone, sorry, a supply zone here. If that's, some can say supply, some can say order block. So we have order block here or supply zone here, which the market did not see. The market closed exactly below that order block. Okay, which means sellers were still active. And of course, if sellers are active, this will serve as a supply zone and then serve as a zone that market will push back down. And then if market push back down to here, this is support, it might break, and then we come back to our next buy zone. And I said, if you want to take a buy here, then be rest assured you're taking a risk. And if you're taking a risk to buy here, then be rest assured you have accounts that can accommodate a drawdown up to this level, that's 32.19 and then 32.12. So you can imagine buying at 32.25 and then taking a drawdown of up to 130 pips, and then praying to God that it doesn't keep going down and coming back up again. So it's best I wait for this buy zone. Once we get here and I get a rejection candlestick like this, then I will know that okay, buyers are in play. Then of course we'll take a buy from here and then target here. This is my good next stop. Okay, and my next stop is between 32.84, actually 32.85, but I prefer the 84 because it's much closer. So you can ask your question. You can see already the market is reacting according to what I said. It's already selling, so don't be deceived. These are all traps for you to fall into by the market makers. Sometimes I'll tell you, I've left the market for the owners. These are because of all these traps and manipulation. So if you know how to trade smartly, you know your smart money concepts well, you catch all these traps and you will not be caught in those traps. Okay. So that's just it. It's just simple understanding. So for those that have bought here, they will already be caught in drawdown and are praying, okay, please God, make this market go back up, please. No. So it's just your impatience that caused that. And I said, even if I wanted to take a buy here, I'll just take it with the least loss size, 0. For my own account, I think 0.05 can accommodate a drawdown of up to 130 pips and holding. But for your own risk management, 0.01 can accommodate that, which is up to like $13 loss. For my 0.05 is like times 5 of that. So I hate seeing those kind of drawdowns in my accounts. It's better I put my stop loss to the minimum. So now, if we are gonna buy here in this buy monitor zone, this will be actually my stop loss. Okay, this setup has completed. Check. Let's see. Let me draw a horizontal here because I think this market is just trying to, yeah. So this will be my stop loss here. Then let's measure this range and see how much of a loss somebody wants to take. That's much. You can see 91 pips. I can decide to use 91 pips, or I can decide to use 30 pips stop loss. So 91 pips is much better to hold and to give room for the trade to breathe. Okay, so that's it. So let's wait for gold to do its all wondering, and then we get our reaction and we hit the markets. Okay. So thanks for joining. Thanks for joining. I hope. Oh, I had questions I didn't even check. I'm with you, boss man. Okay. Yeah, thank you. GBPPS. What's your speculative? The main reason why I won't go there is because I'm on live. I'm trading on live, and I'm focusing on gold for now. I think I tried BTC yesterday and I was wrong with my setup, and we got kicked with the special students. So we got kicked and hit a stop loss, and then I gave the go signal. I think some profited, some did not, but it was a nice setup, and that's the setup you're seeing here. That was the setup. Okay, I got this buy zone and said I targeted 34 340 pips, but break even spoils my show. I just made literally 100 pips plus and back to break even. It touched break even like 3 times, so only someone that has a strong mind can hold those kind of trades up to. So scalping sell won't be bad. Yeah, scalping sell wouldn't be bad if you had been selling, because let's switch to 15 minutes time frame. And but I don't like, why I don't like it is because I don't like forcing market to get into my zone. Sometimes it will go against you. Let's switch to 15 minutes time frame and you see why scalping would have been. You see, when the market closed, it was here, and you can see that supply zone I was talking about was actually present here in this 15 minutes time frame. You can see it. So left for you is just use. Okay, come on, good. So switching to your 15 minutes time, when the market closed exactly at 8 a.m., this was the candlestick that was created. This one here. Let's zoom it. This was the candlestick that was created when it closed at 8 a.m. Okay, so the next candlestick pushed back up into this demand zone here, and what do we have? Once we get a supply zone, once we get a supply or order block, anything you can call it, it will definitely sell you 50 pips. These are things that you can use to get your 50 pips every time in the market. 15 minutes time frame, I do that a lot. These are used for flipping. Mostly all these people that do flipping, once they just see this, see it here, you can see it did this, and so anything from here, that's 32.29 down to 32.20, that 32.21, that's 80 pips. So from this one again, 32.26.6 down to 32.21.2, that's 50 pips. So if you want to flip, all those guys that do flipping, once they just see this, I think they do use this, they just do their full margin and just start clicking. They'll just click the damn thing and get their 50 pips and they're out. So this actually happened there. So if market, because I think market has already reacted on this demand or this support and has bought, so it's going to react to this. I think this is my buy monitor zone. You can see where I'm monitoring the buy. So if it's going to push and break this supply zone, then we should have market coming down here. But if it doesn't and respects here, the market is going back up. So sometimes waiting is the best move to give the market. Waiting. you wait patiently, because market is sometimes crazy. Okay, what did I just do? Market is sometimes crazy. If once you don't wait for it, it will be very fast to take you out of the picture and then make that move that you were anticipating it's gonna make. Okay, so it's it is possible a buy from around 32.13. Yeah, that's where my buy zone is. If you can see, where is that? Yeah, 32.10. But I think, let's see, yeah, 32.13. Yeah, 32.12.7, 32.10 is the buy zone. So anything from there, 32.13 is still inside the zone, so much less risky. 32.11, 12, and then the main zone is 10. 32.10. So that's the zone. Kagumiri Kelvin. Okay, thanks for that comment. You can drop a like, share button, subscribe to my channel. So I think sometimes I do go live just approximately 1 hour in a day. I don't go more than that, but if we keep waiting for this setup to get here in the next 2 hours, then I think I'll just have to set just wait. Okay, I just have to set my long position here. Okay, and push it. This is what I'm targeting. Go to reach all the way up here. That's 73 pips actually. So let's see if we can risk. This is my stop loss here. That's a very big stop loss, unlike me. I haven't used a big stop loss like this before. It should be the sure. We can use that. I haven't used a big stop loss like this before. That's too big. But if I'm targeting 73, that's 730 pips to a stop loss of 90 pips, that's a good risk to reward ratio. I think the risk to reward ratio is showing it to ratio 0.3. So that's a better risk to reward ratio. So the entry is, let's see the entry. Entry is 10.79. Take profit 32.84, 1.163, and the stop level is 32.01. Let's just sit at 2.02, round up figure. Okay, so that's what I'm looking at here right now. Highly appreciate you sharing your knowledge with us, boss. I'm actually not a boss. I'm no one's boss. I'm just a trader like you guys. I'm a trader like everyone else. I just try to give a setup, and then I try to create a special channel that everybody can grow. I think I made a community there too. So once I drop a setup, we can communicate, we can chat with each other. You can bring your idea, and we grow together. Because it doesn't mean I have a channel, I have a YouTube channel, I have this, and it means I'm perfect. I'm not perfect. In fact, nobody is perfect in the forex markets. They shouldn't lie to you. In fact, no strategy is 100% perfect. You must get stopped out one way or the other. The only thing that will keep you moving is just consistency, patience, and all that. No strategy is 100%. So that's the thing. So we just have to grow each other. I think I didn't have a mentor. Nobody taught me how to trade actually. I never had a mentor. How did I learn how to trade? I kept sitting in front of the charts. I learned how to trade with just my phone. Nobody should lie to you that you need a laptop, you need a bigger screen, you need this to see. I learned how to trade with my phone only my phone. So I okay, sometimes I do switch it to landscape and then just check. I saw all those points. So nobody, I didn't even read, like, I think the only thing I read, I used there's this website I used, babypips.com. The only thing I read there was just introduction of forex, what's been traded, cryptocurrency, crypto pair, this, all that. So I had to know the basic terms. But when it comes to all these analysis terms that they will tell you, other blog, they will tell you liquidity sweep, all these things, I don't even know them, but I see them with my eyes. Like, I just have the eyes of seeing, but I don't have mouth of naming them. I see zones with my eyes only, but I don't even know the names. I see candlestick with my eyes, but you can't hold those names from your head. You can't tell me you hold the all the candlestick. I think this candlestick now, somebody will tell you is I don't know, rising star, hanging hammer. I don't even know, but I know that it has a use. And once you sees it in the market, you know that okay, market is gonna buy or it's gonna sell. That's what I do. And then I had to check my support and resistance, supply and demand, smart money concepts, all those things. I had to master them, and then liquidity sweep. So I knew that okay, I come to notice that markets or gold and Bitcoin, they love liquidity. Once they create liquidity in the market, so you definitely know that the market is gonna go back and take out that liquidity, no matter what, either at the upside or at the downside. It must take that out and then come back and do what it wants to do. So that's the more reason I'm putting my stop loss here. You can see my stop loss is on this liquidity here. You can see it. Okay, so if it's gonna break this my monitor buy zone, it must target that liquidity there. So which is why my stop loss is on that liquidity. Okay, so if it doesn't, then we have markets coming back. So my zone to target is 73.3 points. That's 730 pips to catch in the market. So let's see. We're still monitoring. Once it gets here, I think let's shift this. This is where we're waiting for good, right? So let me shift it here. Or literally just one click to the side. So this is where we're waiting. Monitor buy zone, come back down here and get into that zone, and we move. Okay, so, and of course this is another zone. You can see this is a support here, and this is an order block, or is it demand or supply, which gold can test, respect, and push back up. But for me, I prefer this second zone. I don't prefer this. So we're looking at that. Okay, we're still watching. We're still watching. We're still watching. Market is still doing what it wanna do. We're still watching. So sometimes lower time frames tend to give you emotions because you just see the market doing up and down. You think, this market is not going my way, and before you know, you close along the line without even achieving your main targets. So that's what lower time frame gives you. Lower time frames are just for confirmation of your entry. Okay. Yesterday I felt we were going to get induced. Was about to take off my SL, but just had to follow the plan. Thank God you did. So you don't need to shift your stop loss. No need to adjust. Once you get stopped out according to your setup, what you should do is learn from that setup. Once you keep shifting, before you know, market will keep following your stop loss, and it will be as if you start looking at it like, it's as if they are following me in this market. It's as if they are hunting me. That kind of thing. You think as if market is against you. That's when you now start calling forex. Forex is scam. Yeah, I'm not making money. The broker is eating my money. Why you don't know that it was your impatience that was causing all that shit? It wasn't actually forex. It was your impatience because, and then you feel like, okay, sometimes your buyers might be right. You might buy and yeah, you know that okay, the market is gonna push back up. But sometimes when once you don't want, okay, they said is this thing, they say if you don't spot out the liquidity, then you are the liquidity. Okay, if you don't know where the liquidity is, markets will use you as the liquidity. That's the thing. So your money will be the liquidity. That's what all those banks and institutions are looking for, to take out your stop loss before heading to the right direction. So if you don't spot that, then you definitely be the liquidity. So once you take out all these your 0.01 lot size and 0.1 lot size, all those small lot size we are using because we have smaller accounts. So once they take that out, then they will stack into the market. That's when you see them putting 100 lot size and buying, and then you just see market immediately doing a week and reversing immediately. So that's just the thing. Okay, it's just simple mathematics. You shift. You don't buy where others are buying. You buy where you feel all those market sweep and the smart money people will take their buys. You think like them. Once you think like them, then I think you're good to go. You're good to go. Hmm. Let's see. Let's see. Juice Wall dead. Let me check what song is playing. Oh my god. Let's put this.
Get unique designs for your restaurant on Buildmas. You can show the floor plan.
We're gonna cut that out where I put my live sharing. So market is still pushing down. It's still pushing down. That doesn't mean that I'm not right because this is where I'm buying and I think I'm safer. It still doesn't mean market can still push down and take me out. So I'm not the owner of the market. I don't own the market. I just give analysis, setups, and zones to buy or sell and wait for market to do what it wants to do. So if it respects my zone, I'll be happy. If it doesn't, then I'll go home sad, or I'll close my system sad. That's just the thing. We're almost getting there. Up. Market is just trying to respect that spot there. So if we got a breakout there, there's a possibility we can still get market just reacting here, coming back to the support and pushing downwards. So we're gonna protect our entries once market get there. Muhammad Munas, Kashimania. Less than 3? What does less than 3 means? Don't know. Okay, let's do this. Uh-oh. Oh my god. Juicy. Why? Okay. That's what I want to do. Telegram link in bio. Just for those that are joining that are not from my channel. Telegram link in bio. Well, we've been here for an hour now. We're still watching. So the best thing I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna I'm just gonna drop the setup. Okay, to this good setup. I'm gonna drop it in my special channel. This good setup. And then for anybody that wants to see the setup, there's the setup here on live. You can come back and check. And also, good my respect this buy zone from 2119, which is 2117 and push back up. Okay, so I'm gonna drop it there. So we're gonna wait for that zone. Okay. So that's the buy zone. The entry is still 10.790. Okay, so we're just 90 pips to the zone. So I'm gonna keep waiting, and I think my time to end this live is actually 9. I've been on this live for 53 minutes. Okay, to be on this live for 53 minutes, so I'm gonna add like 20 minutes. So, but I won't be talking. I'll just have to lie on my bed and watch the markets. Okay, so we are watching the market now. I'll be back. That 20 minutes is just for all this blah 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 and that. So you can drop your comments, you can drop your likes, you can share, you can follow, you can do anything possible to get me growing. We grow together, we grow by lifting others, right? Yeah, so we can grow together. So once you're liking my live, you're sharing, you're commenting, you're making me grow while I provide you those setups for free, because I'll be happy to provide them for free once I get audience that supports me. Once I don't get audience that don't support me, well, I get weak and get lazy to give even free setups, because that's when my mind will now say, okay, what if I monetize the setups now? What's gonna happen? Won't they support me? Because I monetize that. Because once I monetize it, I expect people that are paying or are doing something to get those setups will definitely support me, because they know it, without those setups they won't make money. So that's where my mind will be going once I don't get support while doing it for free. Once I'm doing it for free and I'm getting support, why not? Why not drop setups for free? Why not? All right, we are still waiting. Good is still trying to fight the push down or push up, but I'm still looking. The zone still remains 32, 10.7, 32, 12, 32, 11. Just those zones for buy. We're still watching. Okay, so I think I've stayed enough time on this live, and we have 2 minutes for this candlestick to decide if it's gonna be bullish or bearish. But I think in the next 2 minutes, I think this candle is still gonna be bearish. But as it sounds or as it looks, buyers have taken charge because they have pushed the market upward up to the zone, shrinking this candlestick, which is now turning into an inverted hammer, which can now turn to a buy. So that means market respected the zone and it's trying to push back up. Oh no, it's a buy candlestick. So of course our zone we couldn't reach our buy zone, and my still next stop for gold is still 84, no matter what. Okay, still 84. So let me take out the zone. So as it stands, I still look good. Is gonna buy actually from there, or might still push down to our zone. For that, so we still be patient. Or if I get any candlestick closing above this supply zone, I'm gonna take a retest into the zone and take my buy. Okay. Beside that, I'll just wait for the market to do what it wants to do. So at this junction, I'm gonna end this live here while we wait for this buy zone or gold keeps pushing up onto the zone. Thanks for watching. Thanks for being on this live, and thanks for commenting. Thanks for dropping your likes. Here will be my stop for today. Thank you, everyone.